Charlamagne, your radio show is one of the most influential voices in black media, with the huge asterisk that I do not have a radio show yet. Where do you think we are in this movement?
I think it's great. I think America needs its own version of denazification, the same way Germany scrubbed the ideologies of Nazi from its culture and press and economy and politics. America has to do the same in regards to white supremacy and systemic racism.
Right. Yeah, I mean, for me, this whole thing is an eye-opener. I thought I worked hard for everything I achieved. Turns out society had strapped a rocket to me and lit it on fire.
Absolutely. Systemic racism. I mean, you're no better than anybody. You just had a lot of opportunities that those of us of darker hue, black people, didn't have.
All right. Okay, it's just it's a little personal back there. But while I recover, Hugh,
are you okay?
Jump in here.
Well, personally, I think this movement underlines more than anything that we need more African American women with nice dressing rooms.
I agree with you, Tori.
Sure.
I would take James's dressing room.
Austin, eat my ass. Moving on. Now, here's my concern. It seems like this whole movement has been designed to ruin everything middle-aged white guys like me hold dear. Cops is canceled. Live PD is canceled. There's no more Lego cops. Charlamagne, obviously we have to defund the police, but do we really have to get rid of the cultural touchstones that glorify police violence?
Yeah, because we're the victims of. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's our life, but your entertainment. Our real life is being brutalized by police. Our real life is being profiled by police. Our real life is getting pulled over while black and, ending up like, God bless the big brother George Floyd. So yes, I don't want my victimization to be your entertainment. So yeah, you can do without cops.
I totally agree. Now that there's all this space opening up on network schedules, I happen to be pitching a show about the real hardest job in the world. It's called Women. I think a lot of people would like to see that.
Good God. Ugh, Jesus.
Interesting. I thought the hardest job in the world was cave explorers.
Now, after Georgia primary election day lines lasted dozens of hours, the state has launched an investigation on whether this was a bunch of chatty Cathys at the front of the line or racially motivated disenfranchisement. Charlamagne, any guesses on which one it was?
Yeah, definitely racially motivated voter suppression. And this is the reason
that was my guess,
This is the reason I go so hard on Joe Biden and the Democrats, because we don't even know how Donald Trump won in 2016. Hillary was up double digits in all the polls, and what happened? Voter suppression, voter depression. Joe Biden needs radical police reform, radical criminal justice reform, and he needs to do all those things to energize people to come out. If not, it's going to be a lot of slow singing and flower bringing in November like it was in 2016.
Hey, that's why you got to get out and vote.
Austin, I think, though, they're not letting people vote is the issue.
That's why we got to vote them out.
Austin, no, they're blocking people from solving the problem. Do you understand?
Yeah, and that's why voting is more important than ever. Get your friends down to that voting booth, folks.
Then what happens, Austin? They're not allowing them to vote.
Exactly, and that's why we got to vote them out.
That's it. Blur him out. Sorry about him, Charlamagne. Network says he's too cool to fire. I really disagree on that. Now, Charlamagne, you made a lot of headlines with your interview with Joe Biden. At one point, he said this.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Now, in Biden's defense, you set a trap by letting him talk.
That is okay. That is the best excuse I've heard for Joe Biden.
Do you forgive him for this gaffe, or is this something that's going to haunt him all the way to the old folks' home in 3 months?
Only thing I would tell Joe Biden, that if Joe Biden is not listening to the black activists, and not just black activists, black people as a whole, and listening to the things that we want, guess what? You ain't president.
Listen, Charlamagne, Biden's not perfect, but we're all doing our best here to cover up for everything he's ever said. And I'd appreciate it if, in the future, you do your part.
I totally agree with you. And that is why I am trying to do everything in my power to tell Vice President Biden what it is he needs to do, I think, in order to win in November.